This is the QTV Nightly News and I am Loli M. Kamara. Thank you for joining us. Here are the headlines. The Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure is intensifying the government's vision to unify the entire Upper River region by greatly improving the area's road infrastructure. The Office of the Clerk of the National Assembly is organizing a senior management planning retreat to enhance leadership efficiency and improve the administrative functions of the Parliament. The Ministry of Health, in collaboration with the WHO, officially launched the nationwide Big Catch-up vaccination campaign at Fajikunda Health Center on Thursday. In a significant move to enhance public safety and operational efficiency, local police officers and fire service personnel have successfully completed an intensive 2-week training program. In international news, Salwan Momika, the Iraqi Christian who gained notoriety for burning the Quran in Sweden in 2023, was shot dead while live streaming on TikTok on Thursday. Those were the headlines. Now the news in detail. The Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure is intensifying the Gambia government's vision to unify the entire Upper River region by greatly improving the area's road infrastructure. QTV's Usman Jata, who is accompanying the Works Minister, takes a closer look at how the 9.2-kilometer Basse Demba-Kunda Road network is set to revolutionize the region's transport, and he now reports.
Like in most parts of the country, the government of the Gambia is trying to connect the entire Upper River region through roads. This is the Basse Demba-Kunda Tamba Sansang Road project, a 9.2-kilometer road stretch which seeks to meet this mission.
The Upper River region is witnessing a rapid upgrade in its road connectivity as the construction of the 9.2-kilometer Basse Demba-Kunda road stretch gains momentum. The project's impact is expected to be far-reaching for the residents of Basse and surrounding communities. The road promises to be more comfortable, shorten travel time and reduce the cost of transportation, thus providing easier access to markets, allowing farmers in the region to transport their goods to larger urban centers without the struggles of poor road conditions. Keba Mane and Bakari Singate, residents of Basse Demba-Kunda, reflect on their past struggles.
Otumo tamo ko learin bak pasko ke kana isilela ke kana yala nyaaw nyandina nim fitiro tambite da mamba ka nyin silol kan sa defulol tema.
Traveling in the past was very challenging. For a smoother commute, we used timbers in some areas of the road to ease the movement of our vehicles. We also used to contribute money to fill the potholes of the road with stones. The situation further worsened in the rainy season to such an extent that we would park our vehicles and donkey carts to walk or sometimes use bicycles.
The
benefits of this road are enormous because it will benefit the entire country and the region at large. The highway runs from Sotoma all the way to Guinea comfortably without any struggles. Lasana Dukure, a motorbike taxi operator, thanked the government for constructing this vital route, which according to him will end their plight. The construction of the Basse Demba-Kunda Road is part of a broader initiative of the Gambia government's drive to improve the nation's road network, which has been a key focus since 2018. Here is Ibrahim Asila, Transport and Works Minister's assessment on this significant transformation.
Although a sprawling town has been neglected for a very long time. As a result, the infrastructure that we have here actually has been here since independence. And that is why His Excellency the President has thought it necessary to start the modernization of Basse just like he did in Banjul. And steadily we will do all the major roads in Basse, not at a single time though, but we will approach it through phase approach, so that while we are doing other projects, we'll include additional roads in Basse town.
The government's road infrastructure projects in the Upper River region does not only seek to address connectivity within the URR. This is the Tamba Sansang culvert in Basse. It's a major culvert that seeks to promote the easy flow of water during the rainy season.
Barely a month to the country's 60th independence anniversary, the people of Basse and the entire Upper River region are eager to reap the benefits. Osman Jata, reporting for QTV News.
The Office of the Clerk of the National Assembly is organizing a senior management planning retreat aimed at enhancing leadership efficiency and improving the administrative functions of the Parliament. Alusise has more.
This planning retreat under a new young clerk of the Assembly brings together senior officials to discuss strategic planning, institutional reforms, and ways to strengthen parliamentary operations. It is part of ongoing efforts to improve governance and ensure the smooth running of parliamentary affairs. Khalifa Mbay, the new clerk of the National Assembly, says the retreat is an opportunity to reflect on their collective performance, address challenges, and identify innovative solutions through collaborations that will help them better support the legislative process and realize the collective good and needs of Parliament.
Leadership is not defined by titles, nor is it simply about occupying a position of authority. It is about service, being present in moments of need, and making an impact, whether that impact is big or small. Therefore, as we are all leaders in our different respects, each of us plays a crucial role in shaping the future of this great institution of Parliament. And for that, I am deeply grateful for your commitment. Together we can transform challenges into opportunities and of course build a legacy we can all be proud of. I must also take a moment to recognize that one of the greatest strengths of the National Assembly service is the institutionalization of the management retreat as an annual commitment. This is not something to be taken lightly, nor should it be seen as a mere tradition. It is an important platform that allows us to gather, reflect, and develop tangible strategies to ensure that the National Assembly continues to be supported by a service that is outstanding, efficient, non-partisan, and of course professional.
Fabakary Tombong Jatta, the Speaker of the National Assembly, reminded the management team that a lot is expected from them and urged them to work together to overcome the challenges.
I am optimistic that as you deliberate, you will identify those challenges and provide solutions to overcome them so that together we can make the National Assembly of the Gambia a model for other parliaments. This is fundamental because the more independent and productive the Assembly service becomes, the more efficient the legislative agenda can be achieved.
The positive outcomes from this retreat will enhance the function of the National Assembly, which plays a crucial role in the governance of the nation. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Cissé.
The Ministry of Health, in collaboration with the World Health Organization, WHO, officially launched the Big Catch-up Vaccination campaign at Fajikunda Health Center on Thursday, targeting children aged 0 to 6 years who missed their routine immunizations due to disruptions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Yafatu Gay tells us more.
The initiative focuses on children born since 2019 and aims to close the gap in vaccination coverage and ensure every child is protected. The nationwide campaign will reach various places, including schools, hospitals, homes, communities, and bantabas. The wide-reaching effort is to ensure every eligible child gets the vaccine they missed during the pandemic. Along with the vaccination, the campaign will also focus on raising awareness, educating the public about the importance of immunization and its long-term benefits for both children and public health. Dr. Saharu Kante is the EPI Communication Officer for the Ministry of Health.
The EPI program was established in the Gambia in 1979. And since then, we have been having very good immunization coverages. But when COVID struck in the year 2020, we had a decline in the immunization coverage due to the lockdown and the fact that many of our caregivers were afraid to go out and then approach vaccination. And because of that, it created an immunity gap in the population, and that has increased the risk of outbreak.
Amadou B. Barry, a public health officer at the Fajikunda Major Health Center, emphasized the key vaccines that will be administered and explained their importance.
The vaccines that would be given to children range from polio vaccines, which is there to prevent the polio virus. Polio being one of the diseases that definitely lead to paralysis of the limbs, which is a childhood disease, and then it's one of the diseases that we are fighting as far as the vaccination effort is concerned. Another disease that we are targeting or we are trying to prevent with this vaccination is measles. Measles is a childhood disease that definitely is very deadly, and then the fatality rate, although we may not say it has a fatality rate that is high, and then it's one of the diseases that are targeted for in this campaign.
The Big Catch-Up campaign, running for 10 days, is considered a vital step in boosting immunization coverage in the Gambia and ensuring the health of future generations. Dr. Kante reiterated the significance of this initiative in strengthening public health across the nation.
Now, can we get all the people? It's a challenge, but we will try, because we are vaccinating from Katong to Koina. We will visit every single community in this country to ensure we vaccinate you. We have a huge number of teams, as you can see in Fajikunda here. So these teams here will ensure that every child within this catchment area is vaccinated, either by visiting them in their household, in the schools, or in the bantabas. And every other health facility will also ensure they vaccinate their catchment area.
As part of the routine immunization process, each vaccinated child will be registered to track their vaccination history. This will help identify children who have already been vaccinated, preventing double doses, and allow health workers to keep track of which specific vaccines each child has received. Government officials are encouraging parents to get involved, stressing that this campaign offers unvaccinated children a chance to catch up on the missed doses and help strengthen the country's immunization services. Reporting for QTV News, this is Yafatigay.
Now go for a commercial break. When we return, we have some more local and international news stories. Do stay tuned.
fii mooy fan fii mooy Inessa di place bi nga xam ne moom la ñëpp taaw place bii bépp xeetu ataaya bu baax rek bu dugg see ci dëkk bi xamal ne fii rek la am bara wërga bii neex na lool saf na ba pare tamit nag am gu bu neex boo ko naanee rek da ngay kontaan ci saas añ ba suur ba gëreesal li nga lekk jëndal bara ataaya bii ndax moom la ñëpp taamu gis nga sama client bii ataaya bu neex bu ne moom laa koy njëkk a jox ndax moom kat ataaya bu neex rek lay wër bara wërga bii mooy wërga bi gën te moo gën a saf kon nag ràññee leen ko bu baax kon daw leen gaaw ca Banjul foofu ca Inessa di place bi nga xam ni foofu rek nga ko mën a amee wholesale wala retail mu ngi foofu ci boori court house bi foofu ca Banjul wala nga daw ci bépp marché bépp supermarket bépp boutique fépp foo dugg rek di nga mën a am baara warga bii nga xam ne moom la ñëpp di wër tey baara warga moo dàq ci warga yi man maa ngi ci moom ndax su ma maree ataaya moom rek lay naan.
The future is now. With QCell's 5G network, experience speeds like never before. With our new 5G Rocket Fixed Internet plan, get speeds from 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps. Your 5G-enabled devices. Walk into QCell headquarters to get one of our 5G routers and experience the true feeling of 5G. Only with QCell. QCell brings you the future. Tech innovation. Incredible speed. The future is now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyapus. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back, and this is QTV News. In a significant move to enhance public safety and operational efficiency, local police officers and fire service personnel have fully completed an intensive 2-week training program in advanced rescue techniques, defensive driving, and vehicle maintenance, among others. Febo Uche Ijim has more.
This collaborative effort aims to equip first responders with the tools and expertise needed to tackle emergencies effectively and ensure the safety of our community. The 2-week training program for 34 police and fire service personnel was organized by Sonia Arup, president of the NGO startup Corazon Solidario, in collaboration with the Gran Canaria Fire Department in Spain. The training featured expert instructors including Eugenio Martinez Carrasco, a renowned road traffic trainer, and Ismail Meas-Pitti, a specialist in well rescue techniques, both of whom played a key role in delivering high-level training to the participants. Following the training, the participants put their newly acquired skills to the test in hands-on simulation. The session highlighted the importance of teamwork, effective communication, and the use of proper equipment. Here is Sang Kolindao, Chief Fire Officer.
We go out with our vehicle. People thought that the vehicle, how big it is all water. It's not water. There's a small tank inside. These are pockets, whereby each pocket there are equipments you will need in a fire scene. A whole set of communication for the whole country, that I can sit in my office and be communicating to somebody in Bashe without any interruption. My radio and communicate. This mobile is not reliable. This GSM.
The stimulation exercise was attended by the Spanish ambassador to France to witness firsthand the exceptional training and dedication of the police and fire service personnel.
I admire firefighters. I admire any security forces because you have the task, the most important task. I'm a diplomat, okay, we do our things, but security forces, you protect lives. You know, saving lives is the most admirable and important thing you can do.
Ismail Meas-Pitti is the head of the Canary Fire Service training team.
You are really heroes because you haven't got many tools, but all the things that you take do a real good job.
Sonia Arup expressed how meaningful the training is to her, highlighting the challenges faced in making it a reality.
We have been doing different trainings in these 3 weeks, which are very important for the Gambians. Why? Because if you don't have capacity, you don't know how to do. And capacity is not just learning today, because you forget it tomorrow. So the most difficult thing is to put all those donations in containers, uploading, bringing everything here. Wouldn't have been possible if we didn't have the collaboration of the firefighters and the government of the Gambia.
The 2-week training is expected to equip police officers and fire service personnel with the skills needed to handle a variety of emergencies efficiently, enhancing the ability to protect and serve the community. For QTV News, I am Favor Uche Ejim.
Coming up next is international news. Salwan Momika, the Iraqi Christian who gained notoriety for burning the Quran in Sweden in 2023, was fatally shot while live streaming on TikTok on Thursday. Swedish police have arrested 5 individuals in connection with the incident, though the motive is still unknown. More with Julden Jai.
The 38-year-old Salwan Momika's actions in 2023 for desecrating the Quran in Sweden sparked outrage in the Muslim world, leading to protests and even attacks on Sweden's embassy in Iraq. While Sweden upheld his right to free speech, authorities also charged him with hate speech, showing the fine line between freedom and provocation. On Thursday, Momika was shot dead while live streaming on TikTok, just hours before he was set to face trial for the aforementioned charges. According to a statement from the Swedish police, the incident occurred indoors. Upon arrival, officers found a man who had been hit by shots, and he was subsequently taken to the hospital. Swedish police later released a video showing the moment they switched off his TikTok live stream. Prosecutor Rasmus Oddman told AFP that the investigation is in its early stages due to the extensive amount of information still being gathered. Momika's murder is part of a pattern where individuals accused of blasphemy against Islam have faced violent retaliation. In 2015, extremists attacked the French satirical magazine Charlie Hebdo in retaliation for publishing cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad. The assault, carried out by 2 gunmen, resulted in the deaths of 12 people, including several prominent editorial staff and cartoonists. In 2020, French teacher Samuel Paty was beheaded after showing cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad in a classroom discussion on free speech. The attack was carried out by an 18-year-old. In 2022, Salman Rushdie, the British-Indian author facing a fatwa since 1989 over his novel, The Satanic Verses, was stabbed while preparing to give a lecture in New York. The attack, motivated by the fatwa issued by Iran's Ayatollah Khomeini, left Rushdie seriously injured, including the loss of an eye, though he survived. Blasphemy remains a highly sensitive and controversial issue in many Muslim countries, where it is seen as a serious affront to faith. In these nations, blasphemy laws are strict, with penalties ranging from long prison terms to, in some cases, the death penalty. These laws underscored the importance placed on safeguarding Islamic beliefs, with blasphemy often perceived as a threat to both religious and national security. Western nations prioritize free speech with no blasphemy laws, but this commitment can clash with religious sensitivities, especially when provocative actions like satirical depictions of religious figures cause offense. These societies face complex debates about balancing free expression with the potential harm such free speech can cause, particularly regarding hate speech and the protection of religious beliefs. Momika's death raises difficult questions about the limits of free speech, whether restrictions are needed to prevent violence, or if responding with violence only fuels extremism. As Sweden investigates the incident, it serves as a stark reminder of the dangerous consequences of religious provocation. For QTV News, I am Julde Njai.
Also in international news, a passenger carrying plane carrying 60 passengers and 4 crew members plunged into the Potomac River in the Washington, D.C. area after colliding in mid-area with a U.S. Army helicopter which had 3 crew members on board. Mamadou Gajaga reports.
Around 21 hours local time, 2 GMT on Wednesday, a PSA Airlines jet operating as American Airlines 5342 collided with a U.S. Army helicopter as it approached Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport, according to the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA. The collision was caught on camera. The passenger plane broke into multiple pieces and sunk several feet into the river, while the helicopter ended up upside down on the water, reports said. The plane, a Bombardier CRJ-700, departed from Wichita, Kansas, and was carrying 60 passengers and 4 crew, American Airlines said, as their CEO, Robert Isham, issued a video soon after the incident.
The aircraft was operated by PSA Airlines, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of American Airlines. First and most importantly, I'd like to express our deep sorrow about these events. This is a difficult day for all of us at American Airlines, and our efforts now are focused entirely on the needs of our passengers, crew members, partners, first responders, along with their families and loved ones. American Eagle Flight 5342, operated by PSA Airlines, a CRJ-700 aircraft traveling from Wichita, Kansas to Washington Reagan National Airport, has been involved in an accident near Washington, D.C. It appears to have collided with a military aircraft on approach. Flight 5342 was under the command of 4 crew members and carried 60 passengers for a total of 64 people on board. We are actively working with local, state, and federal authorities on emergency response efforts, and the American Airlines care team has been activated to assist our passengers and their families.
According to law enforcement sources, the number of bodies pulled from the stricken craft has steadily risen throughout the day. Among the people believed to have been on board the aircraft at the time of the crash were figure skaters from the US and Russia, along with their families, friends, and coaches. Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority CEO Jack Potter said, "We did have folks who were at the airport who were there to pick up loved ones," adding that American Airlines has set up a center in the airport for friends and families. Search and rescue teams have been working throughout the night to scour the waters in freezing temperatures. The nearby Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport is temporarily closed as authorities investigate what happened. Mamadou Gajaga, QTV News.
Before we end, here is a recap of the headlines. The Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure is intensifying the government's vision to unify the entire Upper River region by greatly improving the area's road infrastructure. The Office of the Clerk of the National Assembly is organizing a senior management planning retreat to enhance leadership efficiency and improve the administrative functions of the Parliament. The Ministry of Health, in collaboration with the WHO, has officially launched a nationwide big catch-up vaccination campaign at Fajikunda Health Center on Thursday. In a significant move to enhance public safety and operational efficiency, local police officers and fire service personnel have successfully completed an intensive 2-week training program. In international news, Salwan Momika, the Iraqi Christian who gained notoriety for burning the Quran in Sweden in 2023, was shot dead while live streaming on TikTok on Thursday. That's all for now in this news bulletin. Join us at 10 p.m. for another bulletin. Thanks for watching.